When I came to New York, I put together a portfolio. And then I met this woman who was then the managing editor of Look magazine. I did a story on Fellini on the set of Satyricon, and it was a breakthrough in a lot of directions. And then at the same time, I had heard of a hospital in London that was working with heroin addicts. So I suggested while I was in Europe to go to London and to do a story on these heroin addicts. They were giving them diminishing doses of heroin to sort of break their heroin habit. And so I did that story, and it was kind of a very controversial story. I got very strong pictures. Magazines did publish strong pictures in those days. They weren't as concerned about advertising. Before that, I worked for Jubilee, which was a Catholic magazine that published wonderful work of really great documentary photographers. So I did a story on Maine nuns for them. I always felt that I wanted to be on my own and work as an individual and do my own work and not be like a clone. There can be people that are physically not attractive and they still have a real beauty to them. I mean, it's like saying, what's photogenic? I don't know what's photogenic. It has to hit something inside you that you say, I get it, I understand it. That is so difficult to look at, or that is so beautiful, or it has to touch you emotionally. I think you just have to be honest and be really interested in them, whether they're somebody that's never been photographed before, or whether they've been over-photographed. They know when you're being a phony. I think you have to be honest with people, but at the same time you have to be strong. As a kid, I always loved clothes. I mean, having your own sense of style is like having your point of view. You just learn to sort of layer things. That's how you sort of make your style. And it's never something that's meant to go with something else. I love all the Japanese designers. This is old Japanese fabric. I got it at a shop that sells kimonos. I love scarves. I have probably 1,000 scarves, just because they're great for layering. This is from a Japanese woman, and it's like a kind of like a workman's coat. It's dyed. I have very unruly hair. When I was in high school, I didn't wear braids. I started maybe right after college. This is easy. It's easy for working. They're from a conch belt, and I've always loved barrettes. This is from Oaxaca. There's a jeweler that made these for me. I've had this chain since I had my Fulbright in Turkey. I'm still an analog photographer. I'm still shooting film. I tell my students to don't look in the back of your camera, turn it off. Because you never know. You think, I have it, and then you walk away and you've missed the picture. Whether you have it or not, it should come from your head, not from what you see in a tiny image in the back of a camera. I've always just relied on beautiful lighting and atmosphere and who the person really is, not on what's done afterward. I always felt like you're never as good as until the next thing you do, that you can never feel you've made it or you're there or become arrogant. But I think you always have to strive to be better and to stick to who you are. It's really important to stick to who you are. I know more and could do better pictures now than ever because I know more and I've learned from all the mistakes I've made and the different things that I've done. On the other hand, you just hope that your body can keep up with your mind.